Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you. We're getting ready to go for a ride to have a little talk. I know normally Wednesdays are office chats, but I thought a ride would be in store. It's getting a little late in the day. It's about 8 o'clock here, the day before this video is to come out. Been a crazy day. Not a bad day, just a crazy day. Dealing with all of my daughter's health issues. She had a treatment today, so it was a busy day. But anyway, had a comment that I really wanted to address, and I was going to address it in an office format, but I felt like with the day being long and tough, I thought a ride might be in order. So here's what the comment says. It says, this is from Sherry Long, and I'll drop it up here so you can see it. It says, thank you so much for all of the information and tips. I've had my Spyder for 2 years. However, I ride as often as I can, mainly the summer. I teach school and a part-time job. I feel so horrible because people I ride with are amazing and they roll. I've ridden the highway quite a bit, but not at 80 miles an hour. I feel like the weak one. Yeah, I know, man, it's tough when you feel that way. Even though they say they don't want me to feel bad, I've heard conversations about them having slow people ride with them. I'm really trying, but the curves and the speed, I'm the weakest link. Any thoughts or advice, please? Well, let's get on the road and talk about this. What I'm going to tell you, and I answered the comment with Sherry. This particular comment really kind of got me thinking a lot, because I ride with some guys that are super fast and super talented. When Coach Vic don't pull her van up very far, it is like opening a can to get out of here. All right, and success. I got to mow the grass tomorrow. Oh, it feels so good to be on the Spyder, y'all. You know, when you have those tough days, make sure you take the time to get out. Vic's like, you're going out now? You're not doing an office chat? I'm like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go do it. So we'll see how the lighting does. It's, like I said, it's a little bit late. Let's roll in front of this dude. We won't make him wait. All right. So what do you do? What do you do when you feel like you're the weakest link? You know, have you ever felt that way? You know, it's not just, you know, being the weakest link in riding. It could be the weakest link at your job. It could be the weakest link as far as on an athletic team. You know, any of those things. Ooh, big old dead possum. Yikes, big old boy. You know, I coach a lot. As you guys know, I'm a swim coach, and we have swimmers, you know, from the age of, you know, middle school to seniors in high school. So there is a great disparity between ability there. And so we have guys that will come in the pool who have never swam before, really competitively, and they're swimming 50 yards in like 45 seconds to a minute. And our top guys are swimming, you know, 23 to 26 seconds. So they're finished when the kid is making a flip turn. They're finished. And those kids, man, they will get out of the water tearing up. And you know, so I thought about this, because this is really something that I'm close to, because I deal with it a lot, and I don't like that feeling that we get as people of feeling inadequate, because we beat ourselves up, and what it does is it robs you of the joy of your ride. So I wanted to address this particular comment because it was so close to home. First, I want to say that when you do things like this, when you ride with people who have a higher level of skill than you, do not, I repeat, do not feel bad about it. You know, if they didn't want you there, they wouldn't invite you there. And if they tell you not to worry about it, this is coming from a guy who, I've been at the front of the pack and I've been at the back of the pack. And I'm more of the back of the pack rider. If that makes you feel any better, you're in great company. I'm a back of the pack rider. I'm not the guy off the front flying. In my age group, I'm fast. But when I'm riding with guys who are 20 years younger than me, I'm Grandpappy Amos. I mean, I'm slow. These guys are knee-dragging freaks, man. They can ride. They have a high level of skill. I ride my ride. I just ride my ride. But they want me there because I offer them something. You know, you said that you're a full-time teacher and you work a part-time job also, and you don't get to ride much except for the summer. You know, just judging that right there tells me an incredible amount about your character, that you are dedicated and hardworking. You know, the things that actually make a difference in this world, you make a difference in this world. And it's due to that hard work and that work ethic, and the fact that you're worried about how these people feel tells me something else, that you're sensitive to other people's feelings. You care about them, you like them, and you don't want to disappoint them. All of those attributes, I'm going to tell you, that's why they want you riding with them. Look, they can find other fast riders to go. They can find them. They're out there. Trust me, there are plenty of people who ride fast. Self-centered, narcissistic, rude, egomaniacal, you fill in the blank. There are an absolute ton of those people. There's a lot of us too. I'm going to be so bold as to throw myself into your category. I may be being a little arrogant to think that I'm that good, but there's a reason why people want to ride with you, because you offer more than just a hand on a throttle and a foot on a brake. You know, riding, this part of it, to me, when you're riding with a group, this is the smallest part. This is the smallest part. The true interaction, the true love of riding, when it comes to the communal aspect of it, is after you're finished riding, when you're just having a cup of coffee, or you're having a bagel, or whatever you have. With me, I'm trying to eat less so that I won't be a big old fat tub of goo, but that's a different story. I digress. But the real relationship building in motorcycling is the connection you make with other riders, and that's done before the ride, the break during the ride, and the time after the ride. The group, that feeling, that vibe that you have. You know, I ride every now and then, not as much as I used to, because I just don't. You know, they know that I'm busy with my daughter's treatments, and they don't bother me a whole lot, but they want me there, and they tell me anytime I want to ride, I'm welcome. But I ride with a fast group every now and then, and these guys, when I say they're fast, I did a video a long time ago with me riding with these guys, and I'm not suggesting that anyone go out and ride like we ride when we ride. It's irresponsible to do it on the road. I will say it's back roads and all that stuff, but that's just an excuse, right? But the reality is these guys are professional level motorcycle racers. They just are. And they invite me to ride with them. And I am absolutely off the back the whole time. But what I offer them is they end up calling me. They call me at night. You know, hey man, I'm dealing with this. My wife did this. My child is doing this. My job, I'm having this problem at work. What do you think? And so what I've learned is that I have something to offer them. They have something to offer me too. They ride well, and they have that skill to offer me. Did you hear that dog barking? That thing was loud, man. Anyway, he was in the back of that truck. Woo! Anyway, so I'm glad he didn't stick his head out the window and bite me, but probably snatch my arm off. But my point was, there was a rider, and I'm just going to say his name was Andy. It wasn't Andy, but I'm just going to say that just for anonymity. This guy could ride, man. He's way faster than me, and had a way cooler motorcycle too, by the way. They just didn't invite him back. They said they didn't want him riding with them because he was unsafe. He was fast, but he was out of control. And so, you know, the conversations that you hear when they're talking about other people, I don't believe they're having those conversations about you. I just don't believe that. I think that you have something to offer that those other riders don't. Now, we shouldn't be talking bad about people anyway. When we're talking about people, we should always speak as if they're present, as if they're right there. And they're obviously not doing that. And what that does, that sends up red flags. Well, if they're doing it about them, they're probably doing it about me. But I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I think that they're talking about people who come in, and I've seen this with this fast group that I ride with, and that's why I thought about you so heavily on my heart on this, is that because I feel like you do when I ride with these guys, and they always laugh at me and go, man, you need to lighten up on yourself, brother, you know. But you have people come in there and they tell you that they are like the next Valentino Rossi, the next Marc Marquez, the next Pecco Bagnaia, you know. They will tell you how awesome they are. And then you watch them ride, and they scare the bejeepers out of you, man. I mean, they do. They're just all over the road, and they're slow, and they're out of control. And as soon as they leave, if their ears ring when they get talked about, woo, their ears are ringing. Because I'm going to tell you, they are the center of the conversation. People are talking about them. Because not only did they have nothing to offer in the ride, but they had nothing to offer in the terms of humbleness, character, work ethic, beauty, grace. You know, the things that make this world a wonderful place. And I believe, judging from your description, and you know, you weren't like trying to give yourself accolades saying, you know, I teach all the time and I do this, like I'm a really good person. They shouldn't. You weren't saying that. You were simply, you know, analyzing, telling me about your life and what has limited your skills and all that, and that humbleness that you have. You're going to have people that want you to ride with them because you're teaching them every bit as much as they're teaching you. And I can assure you that the knowledge and the skills that you've developed through hard work and commitment to excellence in your career and your compassion towards your fellow man, it will do more for them than them teaching you to ride fast. When they get done with you, all you've done is become a faster rider. And eventually, as the old machine ages, we start to slow down a little bit. I never, 5 years ago, like I'm riding 47 miles an hour here. Speed limit's 45. I would have never done that. I'd be come flying through here, man, like a freak. But not anymore. I slow down now. I have the ability to ride fast, and when I ride fast, it's under control in a more controlled environment. But when I'm just riding, I just want to ride. So what I do is I find out the path that we're going to take to get to the place that we're going to go. I ride my ride, and if I ride off the back, I ride off the back. Now, more times than not, I'm going to tell you that is the case. Now, when Coach Vic and I tour, that's a different thing. It's interesting. You know, we've had some people tell us that they want to tour with us. And we even had a guy actually start a ride with us, and after day one said, I'm done. He goes, you guys go too far. It wasn't that we went fast. We just went all day. I mean, we just went all day. You know, we're up at 5 o'clock. And we're pulling in the motel room, you know, 5, 6 in the afternoon a lot of the times. So we're talking a 12-hour day. We do a lot of those, and we like that. But we understand the normal human being doesn't enjoy that sort of thing. We do. That's why doing an iron butt, if I'm by myself and pick up the speed, you know, we take longer on our brakes with Coach Vic. That's another thing. After the first break, people leave us. They do. They leave us. They'll say, we'll see you later, man. We're out of here, right? Because we take a long time. When we stop to get gas, I have to take the wheelchair out and put it together and put Coach Vic in the wheelchair, and then she has to go to the restroom and get her a drink, and she can't really control her upper body, so she likes to sit down in her wheelchair and eat her Slim Jim and drink her icy, right? Then I put her back on the machine, you know, dress her like a Barbie doll, as I say, and then put her wheelchair back in the trailer and do the little check around the machine and then take off and ride. Most people don't want to sit at a gas station 30, 40 minutes. We do that 3 times a day. So we spend an hour and a half to 2 hours at a gas station every day when you add them up. But when you look at the miles we cover, even others going fast, I tell them, go ahead. We'll catch them. We catch them and they're like, we're done. We're toast. We couldn't go any further. We're tired. And we're like, well, we're going to do another 150. We do that, 5 days. In 5 days, that's another 750 miles we've covered. So it's a dramatic difference. So just don't feel bad about your pace. Don't feel bad about it. Whether it's fast, whether it's slow, don't feel bad about it. You ride your ride. You're an awesome person. And you asking the question, so my pointer's for you. You ask for advice. Now I gave you my feelings. Now I'm going to give you my advice. Go out with these people. Ride where you feel safe. If you feel unsafe at all, slow down. When I ride with the racing guys, right? Here's what my buddy tells me. I'm going to teach you a skill. What is your ability to go around the curve utilizing this skill? And I'm going to say it's 40 miles an hour. He'll tell me, we're going to go out every single week for the next 10 weeks. Every week, you increase your speed 1 mile an hour. Utilizing this skill, only 1 mile an hour a week. I'm going to tell you, by week 3, you're wanting to go 10 miles an hour faster, but you can only go 2 miles an hour or 3 miles an hour faster based on the week. By the time you get to the end of that 10 weeks, going 10 miles an hour over that is like, you feel like you're crawling because you actually learned the skill. Most people never take the time to learn the skill. This channel talks a lot about how to increase your speed. Go out on your rides. Go out solo. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Go out, increase your speed 1 mile an hour a week. You know what? If you do that, you'll get to a level to where you go, I'm comfortable with this, but I'm just not going to do this. Look, I can tell you right now, I'm comfortable on this machine doing over 100 miles an hour. I am. I would not be afraid at all. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I can't tell you, but I could easily do 100 miles an hour. I can burn through the turns on this thing, and I can smell these tires when I get through riding. I did not do that overnight. Go out at your own pace, relax, and enjoy the experience. I've got a lot of videos on turning and Spyder handling. Watch those videos. But the main thing, never ever ride beyond your limitations. Most accidents on motorcycles occur by one thing: not navigating the turn properly. If you don't navigate the turn properly, you will crash and possibly die. And that normally comes from trying to negotiate a turn at too rapid of a speed. Just remember that. So just take your time, take it easy, and enjoy it. What you're going to find happening if you end up speeding up and riding with them, they'll notice it. They will notice it. And let me tell you, the difference between 70 and 72 is a dramatic change. All of a sudden, you're not falling as far behind. And then you're at 73 and 74. And then there is, to me, there's no difference. Once you get to those speeds, there's just no difference. The only difference is you're breaking the law and you're probably going to get in trouble. Oh my goodness. But when I read your comment, I thought about all the times when I was young and aggressive and overly assertive about riding and pushing real hard all the time, and the way I've been treated as I was a bicycle racer. I was a pretty fast rider, and I mean, there were time trials. I averaged over 28 miles an hour on a bicycle. You heard it right. I averaged over 28 miles an hour on a bicycle, yes. So I was fast, and I would go out with fast guys, and there would be someone slow up, and they would show up on their Schwinn. No offense to you Schwinn owners. They'd show up on a Schwinn thinking it was a really nice bike. It wasn't the $8,000 racing bike. It wasn't the Pinarello of the day. And they would take these people out and try to get them lost and then drop them so they wouldn't know how to get back. And they thought that was funny. And I would be off the front and I'd see that they did that, I'd turn around and go back and escort that rider home. You just don't do that kind of stuff. And there are jerks out there. And these guys were my friends, but they were jerks, man. I'm going to tell you, when it came to bike riding, they were jerks. And I'm going to say this from the inside of my heart with all my love towards all my cycling buddies. 80% of the bicycle riders on the road are jerks. It's an elite sport. We're that way. I was that way. They are that way. It has not changed. And when we get into bicycle land, that's how that mindset works. Elite motorcycle riders can be the same way. Look at this dude. Hopefully he don't pull out and kill me. Big old truck. I'd be planted inside of that thing, wouldn't I? Wouldn't want to be going down this road at 80. Big old deer pull out in front of you, end up with an antler through your neck. So there you have it. You know, my thoughts on that, what you should do. I say be you, be kind, be humble, have a good time, and slowly and safely work on your skills. All right. Well, there you have it. Another one in the books, right? So do me a favor till next time. You, yes you, go out by the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself. And remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I'm going to try to get home before it gets too much darker, and I'll see you on the road real soon. Ooh, I saw a lightning bug. I'm seeing lightning bugs. I love it.